Good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins with the Findlay-Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. We are live with one of our newest members here at the Findlay-Hancock County Chamber, Brad Bauer with Bauer Insurance. Brad, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, we had a conversation, nice lunch meeting at Main Street Deli a few months back, as you were starting your chamber journey, and it was interesting to learn a little bit about how you came into this and how you aim to serve your customers. So let's just first talk about B Bauer Insurance and everything that you do.
Yeah, so we're an independent insurance agency. I'm part of an insurance cluster, so we have a little over 40 different insurance carriers for our customers. Typically, people come to me, if they're buying houses, businesses, things like that. Typically, I try to save people as much money as I can while giving them the most coverage possible. We have a variety of insurance carriers that specialize in different things. So we're able to help pretty much everyone that comes our way, one way or another. Obviously, there's circumstances where we may not be able to help someone, but for the majority of the time, we're able to help people. We've switched people from insurance agencies all throughout Findlay and all throughout Ohio. We've got carriers for pretty much about everything. So anyone that reaches out to us, I'm happy to see what I'll be able to do for them.
And being an independent insurance agency, that gives you some flexibility because you're able to work across multiple different companies to try and find the best value and the best resources for people.
Right. So by having so many insurance carriers, I mean, I'm able to write people that, live in $1 million house and people that live in a house that needs a lot of work. And that we have insurance carriers that will offer roof exclusions. And then we have insurance carriers that will, write those really nice houses or even businesses, such as like condo associations, churches, things like that, that may be harder to place with other insurance carriers. So by us having so many carriers, we have a very wide range of what we can write. And that's everyone that comes to me. That's what I've been hearing feedback wise is that we can pretty much do anything that they ask us to do. So
And for you, I have to imagine that's part of the satisfaction of doing the job is kind of putting that puzzle together. People come to you and like, here's what I'm working with. And then you get to go back and really customize something that makes sense for the end user and really help them out.
yeah. So I mean, the biggest thing in insurance right now is everyone's price savvy or price dependent, or people that have a lot of money. They're obviously wanting their rates down, but then there's people that can't afford things as well. So by having so many carriers and so many appetites, we're able to find the SR22 drivers coverage for an affordable rate. And we're also able to find, the people that live in a really nice neighborhood, a nice house, great coverage and umbrella and things like that for their needs as well. So we're very, very good at tailoring coverage and things like that to specific needs. And same with deductibles and same on the business side. Some businesses want very minimal insurance and a lower rate, and that's fine. We can do things like that for them as well. So that's my specialty, is just figuring out the customer's needs and going from there.
Let's talk a little bit about your background as you got into insurance. It seems like you've been able to grow at a pretty impressive rate in really a short amount of time. Certainly, you've been putting a lot of legwork into it, but the growth of the company, I think, has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, so I went to college to be an actuary. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what that is. So I got a
It
lot of
seems like a lot of
background.
numbers, and that's what people
Yeah,
don't want me around.
a
So,
lot of
yeah.
numbers. I'm very good with numbers. So I went to school for that, and then after school, I started working at another agency in Finland. And learned a lot from the business owner that owned that company, and he taught me a lot of stuff. And that kind of really projected me to starting my own business and knowing a lot of the background ahead of time, and not just jumping in blind to that. So all those things all contributed to me being very successful right now with everything that I'm doing, and having insurance carriers that will write almost anything. That's really helped me grow as well, because typically, like, let's say you have a State Farm agency owner and they only write certain things. Well, they may be turning away a good amount of customers. Well, if I can write all those people that they may not be able to help, I'm signing everyone that comes my way, and that's helped me grow a lot faster than someone that may be limited with their carrier placement, or a captive agent that may be limited to the only insurance carrier that they offer. So that's really helped me grow faster.
What would you say are some of the biggest questions people are coming to you with as it pertains to their insurance these days?
Um, I would say, like, obviously people are coming to me about rates. Every so many years, carriers competitiveness changes. So that's the biggest thing. People want to save money. Next thing is typically coverage. Especially lately, it's been about roof situations. Finley had some pretty strong windstorms earlier this year, and there's a lot of people concerned about what coverages they have and things like that. And so that's why us having so many carriers, we've got options where if someone may be with a captive agent that offers like a payment schedule for roof coverage, we've got carriers that may still do replacement cost on an older roof. And that's a big difference in coverage when it comes to a claim. And so that's another thing that I want people to understand is, not every insurance policy you purchase is the same. I mean, there's always, every company has different restrictions and appetites and guidelines.
Mhm.
And, that's why you want to work with an independent agent that can find the best option for your specific situation and your specific home or business.
So, if people want to get that conversation started with you and maybe take a look at some of their coverages, what's the best way to do that?
As of right now, usually the best thing would be to email me. Got my information all over online. Send me an email request with your current information, or if you're buying a house what you're looking at buying, and then we'll start the conversation from there. And typically, when someone reaches out to me, I'll send them a list of underwriting questions, ask some more information, and then work on those quotes for them. Make sure we get things tailored to what they need and their risk as well. My job is also to protect the insurance company from certain
Mhm.
situations too. So we need to make sure that we know everything that is a risk with each person we write. So
And of course, you can find more information about Bauer Insurance on the Chamber of Commerce website as well at Findlay-Hancock-Chamber.com in the directory section. Brad, thanks again for spending some time with us this afternoon, and we're happy to have you on as a chamber member.
yeah, Doug, thanks for inviting me on this, and I